Hey guys, and welcome back to another Questions with Kaz. Thanks so much for joining us. Today we're going to attempt to answer your questions that you sent in through Facebook and Instagram, email, YouTube. So again, thanks very much for watching, and we appreciate the content that you're putting below. And that's what allows us to make these videos so that we can answer your questions on your truck. So please keep dropping them below and wait and watch for them for the next video, and maybe yours will be in there. So with that said, let's get to the first question. So question one today is from Hillside Salvage. He says, which is better, long blocks or short blocks? Now, I get that question a whole lot. We get folks that call us all the time and ask, they've heard, I need a short block or I need a long block. Well, the truth of the matter is an extra long block is what you need. No, I'm just kidding. What you really want is to know the difference between a short block and a long block. So typically a short block is a rotational assembly without heads, without valve train. So that's considered a short block. You know, some guys it varies from different engine models, even in our own engine model, like the Model C versus a daily driver. But say a daily driver would come with the oil pan, if it's a 6.4, 6.0, 5.9 Cummins, whatever, oil pan. Okay. So even with our long blocks and short blocks, it actually comes with different models based off of what you're looking at. So say a long block for a daily driver, it would come with an oil pan, rear cover, and it would be, of course, the block and the rotational assembly. But that is what consists of the short block. The long block, however, is a little bit more than that. It's cylinder heads, push rods, valve train assembly, as well as the upper and lower oil pans, rear covers, all those things. And like I said, that's all on like everything from the daily driver on up. So it's the same engine. The only difference is what it's equipped with. So you have short blocks, long blocks, and what we consider a full running assembly, which is fuel and air, so injectors, turbochargers, all those things. So I hope that kind of cleans up some of the confusion. Thanks for asking. All right, question two. All right. Rafael Martinez, okay. All right, so on to question two. This question is from Rafael Martinez, and he's on YouTube, and he asks, what is the power output of a Cummins 6.7 daily driver and workhorse? So the daily driver and workhorse, basically the Cummins block itself on a 6.7 will withstand anything that a daily driver, for the most part, a guy would want to throw at it. Where we start seeing the failures of some of the things are definitely cylinder head related. Cummins has a very good bottom end to its engine. We don't see a lot of failures for, I mean, even anything up to 650, 700, 750 horsepower. There's really no concern for that. Where people start to get into trouble is where the valve seats fall out of the head, where they're press-in seat, or they're blowing head gaskets. Again, as I've said a million times before, I'll reiterate, 28 degrees injection timing is kind of where we draw the line in the sand and say, hey, you know, this is where you're getting into excessive cylinder pressures, which can lead to adverse conditions with the cylinder head gasket itself. So that being said, the weak link, it's like a fuse, right? You're always going to find the weakest link on this. So your weakest link would be head gasket issues for the 6.7, and that's on the Cummins. But one thing that the workhorse does come with is an O-ring cylinder head. So the O-ring, basically what that does is it provides a heat sink, and we know through the combined gas law basically that heat equals pressure. So being able to reduce that heat from the O-ring itself, we're able to lower the pressure in those areas of the head gaskets that are prone to failure. So that helps to create a longer life for the head gasket itself. So I hope that answers the question. Thanks for asking. All right, okay, on to question three. So this is from Lewis Oliver from YouTube. He says, love the show. What about the old diesels? Chevy 6.2 IDI, 6.5 turbo, Ford 6.9, 7.3 turbo. How to improve miles per gallon and durability and some performance. On the 6.5, I would suggest lighting it on fire and rolling it down a hill. No, seriously, I'm just joking. Not really. But really, the 6.5s are probably my most hated. People say the 6.4 is probably the most hated diesel engine. I'm just really not a big fan of the 6.5. I just, honestly, I think that, not to pick on you guys, but step it up. You know, if you really want to get something, get a 454. I mean, go back to the gasser world. But But anyways, the 6.2s, I mean, fuel mileage on those trucks was pretty incredible. They were a light-duty diesel pickup. For turbocharging applications, there is no better power adder than a turbocharger, and there are kits available for every one of those that are just at, obviously the 6.5 comes with it. However, on a 6.5, the way that the turbocharger is actually piped in, it does not get the full effect of what the exhaust back pressure was intended to do. It's almost like they got paid to put the sticker on that said it was turbocharged, and there's really very little functionality with the design. But there are aftermarket kits out there. Those are things that I would highly suggest if I was trying to do that. Again, the bottom ends of those engines, were not really designed to be pushed that hard. I mean, there are plenty of guys out there that are running, and turbochargers are great. Like I say, it's a great power adder and it's a great kit. Nothing wrong with that. But I would probably take a little bit of heed and caution to getting much more than what you're going to get with just the turbocharger and the fuel that is already existing, because the bottom end was not designed for honestly a lot of power. It was designed to run in a light duty pickup application, but was not really designed in mind with performance. Obviously, I mean, you're talking indirect injection, so it's a 5-second rule. Step on the accelerator and wait 5 seconds. So hope that answers that question. But again, if I was looking at that, I'd be looking at some turbocharging kits for that, and that makes a huge difference in those trucks, I might add. Thanks for asking. All right. Okay, so question number 4 is kind of a personal question, I guess. It says, what is your favorite machine to use in the shop and why? I feel like the lathe would be pretty fun to use. I really do love machining. That's probably my favorite job in my job description. But I guess my favorite, the lathe is definitely fun to use because you get to see the part being made very quickly. It's not an interrupted cut. It takes a lot of material really, really fast. So to watch run, yeah, the lathe is probably one of my favorite to watch run. 5-axis machining though is the most challenging. So programming 5-axis machining where you're making sure that nothing's crashing while all 5 axes are moving at the same time, that gets really, really cool to watch. It's a lot of fun. That would probably be my favorite. So either the 5-axis CNC mill or the lathe with live tooling. Thanks for asking that question, and that's from Jesse. This is the most stupid question of the day. I don't know how to answer this one. It says, have you ever used one of your CNC machines on food? No. Never. Like try to use the lathe on carrot? No, I'm not. It said, or O-ring to cabbage. I feel like it might be a cool idea for some weird shaped meals. David Walkerson. Thank you, David, for asking that stupid question. And that's from TikTok. But what would you expect from TikTok, right? No, we've just used them on material, and that's about it. I mean, I'm not really that exciting of a person, I guess. Using stuff for what it's designed to do. But anyway, thanks everybody for asking the questions, and I appreciate you tuning in. And please, like I say, drop a question below, and who knows, your stupid question may be on our reel. So you can catch us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, email us, chokeperformance.com, 901-553-9847, send the signal, send smoke, tap it out in Morse code. Seems like I've heard that before. Anyways, you know how to get a hold of us. Thanks for watching.